Hey, it's Danielle from BigCommerce. In this video, we're going to talk a little bit about order statuses in BigCommerce. So an order status is exactly what it sounds like. It's the status that's given to an order that comes into your store as it goes through the process. So when a new order comes in, by default, it's going to be set at either awaiting payment or awaiting fulfillment, depending on how you have your payment gateway set up. And then as it goes through the process, it may become partially shipped, it may become shipped, or if you process a refund because the person returned it, it may be returned. You could cancel the order, it could be canceled. So there's a wide variety of statuses that an order can have in BigCommerce. And what we're going to talk about today is how you can customize those statuses so that they work better for your business. So in your BigCommerce store, you're going to go ahead and go to the settings area. And then you're going to scroll down to the orders area and you're going to click on statuses. Now here you're going to see all the default order statuses that would apply to orders in your store. There's quite a few of them. One thing to keep in mind is that certain statuses are going to be used automatically depending on things that happen to the order in your store. So for example, if someone starts the checkout process but doesn't complete it, it's automatically going to get this status of pending. Or it's going to get a status of incomplete. So you probably don't want to change those two. Now, awaiting payment and awaiting fulfillment, these are both going to be the default status after an order is completed in your store. If you're using a payment gateway that you've configured to only authorize funds during the checkout process, the order is going to have a status of awaiting payment because that means they've placed the order, but you haven't captured the funds yet. If you do capture funds at the point of sale, then the order's default status is going to be awaiting fulfillment. Now, awaiting shipment is rarely used. It's a manual status, which means the only way an order would have this status is if you manually selected it and applied it to an order. So this is one that you could customize if you wanted to. Awaiting pickup is only going to apply if you have pickup in store enabled. So if you don't use that feature, you could also change this to whatever you want. Partially shipped and shipped down here are both going to be applied when you enter a tracking number, whether that's manually or if you're using a third party like ShipStation to import those tracking numbers to your store. So you're probably not going to want to change partially shipped or shipped. Unless you just want to make them more accurate and change the wording, but you don't want to change the intent of those two statuses. Completed is only used automatically if you sell digital downloads. So if you're not selling digital products in your store, you could absolutely repurpose the completed status for something entirely different that is used only by your business. Canceled, declined, refunded. These are all ones that, again, are going to be automatic. So if you were to void a transaction, it's going to change to canceled. If an order is declined, then it's going to show up as declined. And same thing, if you process a refund, it's going to have a refund. Disputed is really only going to have an impact if you use PayPal. If you don't use PayPal, you can go ahead and repurpose that one. Manual verification required is also one that you as the store owner or so whoever's processing the orders would have to select and apply to an order manually. So again, you can and partially refunded is the same as refunded, where it's going to automatically happen depending on if you refund an order. So as you can see, there's quite a few in here that you could use for whatever purpose you want. So if you sell, let's say, custom products where it goes through a production schedule in order to, that you actually produce the product, you could use any one of these to maybe say it's in production, or it's completing production, or it's in the printing process. So you could repurpose several of these for those reasons. And then the other thing you could do is, so for things like awaiting fulfillment or awaiting payment, if you don't like these and you think they're confusing to customers, which is something that I hear all the time from clients, is that most shoppers don't know what fulfillment means. So if you wanted to change this, you could change this to awaiting shipment, or you could change this to processing, or order in process, or about to ship, or whatever you want to change it to, something that's more intuitive for your customers. Because keep in mind, these are the statuses that will show in the order status emails that go out to your customers, as well as in their account. So if they've created an account and they log in to check the order status, these are what they're going to see. So you want these to be nice and clear for your customers so that they don't wonder what's happening and then pick up the phone and call you or send you an email saying, hey, what's the status of my order? So if you do want to change any of these, all you need to do is just click edit up here at the top, and then you'll see you can change the text that's in here. You can't change the description, unfortunately. So if you are going to change these, just make sure to document maybe what they were before and what they mean now if it's not obvious, just so you have a record of that. And especially if you have a team of people who might be processing orders, so that everybody knows what those new order statuses mean, because they're not going to have a description that matches up with your new status in here. And then when you're done making those changes, you just come down here and you would click save. So if I changed disputed to in production, you'll see now that save button lights up, and now I can save it. And then now you can see it has the status in production. And then when you go to your orders area, you'll be able to actually see it in the list here, and you can see. So that's it for how to edit your order statuses. This can be really helpful if you're migrating to BigCommerce and you want to try to match the existing statuses that you maybe had on your old platform, or if you're just launching a new store and you want to customize them to better represent, the process that an order goes through in your business, or if you just feel like they're just not that intuitive, you just want to make sure that customers know what they actually mean. So those are a couple different use cases. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you did, please go ahead and click the like for this video. I always like to see positive responses to my videos. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. If you've customized your order statuses, I'd love to hear how that's gone for you. And if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to produce more videos this year with helpful content. So if you subscribe, you'll get notified when I release new videos. And of course, if you ever need help with your BigCommerce store, feel free to check out my website, ducksoup-ecommerce.com. You'll find a lot more helpful resources there, like blog posts, articles, and you can always reach out to me if you need help with a migration or a custom design or setting up a new store. I offer all those services there, and I'd love to chat with you.